Recently on all my Akame Ga Kill videos, I've been seeing this common trend of people saying Akame and Tatsumi should have been together. So it got me curious, and I was just wondering why people said it. Even while I was watching, I did see the chemistry between Akame and Tatsumi more than like Mai and Tatsumi, because I didn't really see it like that. It was like, I didn't see it like that. Mine, whatever. I didn't really see it like that. But in the manga, you learn that there's way more relationship build up between Tatsumi and Mine. Or whatever, however you say her. I forgot her name is exactly. I haven't. So like after looking at all them comments about Akame and Tatsumi being together and people being upset why they weren't together, I was like, let me look over stuff. So I went and looked over like different stuff, like the regular manga course, and then like Zero is really where you get like the real context, because like honestly Akame and Tatsumi were like never going to be a thing at all, because like mainly because there's like so much stuff that Akame cares about more than like thinking about a relationship in the whole series. Like there's so much. One of the main things that you really learn in Zero, so if you've not read Zero, this is gonna be spoilers right now. Spoilers. So you learn that Akame just cares about her sister so much, because like if you watch the anime, you really don't get to see it like that. You see that she does, but you don't get to see it like in detail like you see in the manga. But in Zero, it goes over a lot more, because you can see like as they grew up, and you see that, and like that's Akame's like #1 thing throughout all Akame Ga Kill, is just like she wants to save her sister, and her sisters are like love, like is the person that she loves the most, and wants to see happy and all that, because it's her little sister. And that's one of the main things where I'm like, that's why she didn't want a relationship. Because even in Zero, there's a guy that she makes a promise with, just like how she makes with Tatsumi, that people always talk about that promise about staying alive. There was somebody else that before Tatsumi, so it's like, hey, she already been there, done that. So yeah, so it's just like he ends up dying, spoiler, but he also liked Akame a lot, and that was probably like the one person that maybe she could have had a love interest with if she ever did. There was kind of like a quick little second about that, then she went right back to action. But so the one person Akame probably could have got with was Green and Zero, because like Green actually and Akame had a very close relationship, because like Green actually liked Akame, and then he made his promise because he wanted to really be with her, like really. So that would have been probably like the closest person that could have got with Akame in a relationship, and that would have been interesting that happened. But I mean, sadly he dies, like I said. But it was very interesting. She did have like a little moment where she was sad about him dying, and I think she did have a moment where like she thought like she could have been with him, especially like if her sister was like fine and all that. So that was like the closest thing. But it was very like, I don't know if it would have worked out for her, because I think Akame was going towards like seeing what was wrong with the empire, so she would have eventually like left anyway, and that would have been interesting if he was still alive. But I mean, he couldn't really go to like Akame Ga Kill. He would have had to get added to like the other series. That's why there's like other characters from Akame Ga Zero that got added to the newer series. But that was like interesting, because it was just like it gave us like a little hope of like, oh, Akame could have got with somebody. But it was still just like, it was, that had to me had more potential than like the Akame Tatsumi, because there was more stuff like kind of sprinkled in there more than Akame Tatsumi, where the Akame Tatsumi, they had stuff but it didn't have stuff. Like to me, it just seemed like they were more friends and brother sister figure and all that. It's like, it's very interesting when it comes to Akame Ga Kill, because it's like Akame's an assassin, and like out of everybody that's on that team, she's really an assassin, because she was part of an assassin team. She was raised in it, and like she's seen so much stuff. So many people died, had to kill so many people. So like a relationship for her really doesn't work out, because it's just like she's so cold-hearted, and she only really cares about her sister. Like really does. That's why it's like her and Tatsumi were never going to be a thing. Like I think she saw Tatsumi as a little brother type of figure, or just like a brother figure, because like even in the anime you can kind of see that, because like yes, she makes that promise, but she makes that promise because she's seen so many people die before, and that's why she's saying that, can you like try and stay alive. Like that's the one thing like people misinterpreted, because like she's just saying that because like she's made promises before and they've happened and not been kept, because like people have died, and like she's seen so many deaths, especially like with her assassin unit, when so many people on that team when she was in her early ages ended up dying, and she's seen death like all over. So like she makes that promise just to like make it better in her head, just because like she's just doing something to like make her feel happy and something like that, because it's just like if she doesn't, like she's doing all this killing and seeing some people die, she's trying to keep some type of hope. That's why she makes that promise with Tatsumi, in my opinion. That's what she really does. It wasn't really like a thing of like stay alive that we can be together, because I mean she was probably more likely gonna go do something else once the kingdom was already like made anyway. So like she would have not like actually like stayed there, because you see that she ends up leaving and she goes into like the new series that's on that whole different island. So like she would have left because like she's an assassin, and she wasn't going to stay in the new empire that they were going to make, because she would not fit. So I don't think she would have settled down. I don't think Akame would settle down even if she was with Tatsumi. So it's just interesting. I know a lot of people bring that up about like how they wanted to be together. It's like, yeah, they could have been together, but I just don't see it, because it doesn't really fit Akame's personality. The most important person in her whole world is the little sister, and like that's literally it. Like, it's her little sister, nobody else. There was no room for relationships. Yes, you can say Leon was her best friend. Yeah, they were best friends, but like, I saw Tatsumi as a friend, brother figure. That's how I've always seen. I never really saw it like as them being in a relationship and they need to be together. Like, I saw like little things of like, yeah, they probably should have been together, but when you look at Akame's character and you like deep dive, especially with the manga and even Zero, you learn that it's like, yeah, she was just a cold assassin, and like, she's seen so much death, so many friends have died and all that. It's just like, it's hard for her to just like settle down. I don't think she ever could, because like, even if she did settle down, something bad would probably happen. Like, something would have, it's probably like, because she's an assassin, she doesn't want to like probably have like a family that can come and just get killed and like hurt her, maybe. I don't know. But the Tatsumi thing is like, it was probably never gonna really work out like that, especially since he turned to a dragon too. But throughout the whole series, it really wasn't, because like, she was always the one out on missions the most, doing stuff, because she was the #1 person and the strongest person in Night Raid. So it would have not, I don't know, it would have been interesting to see like how that connection would have worked. Because like with mine, like you actually see that with Tatsumi in the manga and how they develop all that. And I just curious like with Akame how that would have worked. Because you know Akame also loves food too. So like it goes her sister, her food, probably Leon, and then everybody else. But yeah, it's always interesting. But hey, let me know in the comments how you guys like think about like the Akame Tatsumi relationship. Let me know like how you feel about it. Let me know what reasons like you thought that like it should have happened. Like, go into detail. Just let me know like what did you see in either the anime or the manga that was like they should have been together. Just let me know, because I'm really curious. It's just when you look at some of the stuff and some of the context of the series, you can kind of just tell, because Akame's really cold-hearted. She's an assassin when it comes first, and she's not going to really like settle down and get a family. Yes, she can make friends. Yeah, she makes friends, but honestly don't see her settling down. It's going to be very interesting if she does in like the new series, like if she settles down in that towards the end of that, but I doubt it. But it could have happened. Like, but like I said, I can still see like where a lot of people come from when they say Akame and Tatsumi should have been together. But I also see the point of like she cares about her little sister, and there's like other stuff that she's done and seen that like she probably would have not wanted to settle down, because like it would be like almost every person that she gets close to dies. And especially in the series you see that a lot, especially in the anime you see that a lot. Even in the manga, especially Zero, you learn a lot like even her father figure she had to kill and all this other type of stuff. It's just like her life has honestly been hard, like very hard, and like all she's really known is like being an assassin. I don't think she could settle down and be like a normal girl or a normal woman. So it would have just been interesting, because I don't know how that would have worked for her, especially because like her life has just been all about being an assassin ever since she was little, and she had to just fight and fight and fight, and she's really had no time to really rest. Even when she makes connections with people, they end up dying. So she's honestly just gets sad and all that. So it's just like, yeah, she has a bad life, man. They did her dirty, because like she should have been happier than what she actually was. But there was so much death around her and so much sadness and broken promises and other type of stuff, especially in the anime. Broken promises in the manga, there wasn't no broken promise, because he becomes a dragon. Hey, but I mean, he might be getting turned back into a human because of the spin-off, maybe, because there was like a chapter that was released talking about that. But we'll see. One day I might have to do a super deep dive about Akame, like her whole psychology, like what she all goes through and all that, because like she goes through a lot of like crazy different stuff, especially with Zero, because I know a lot of people haven't read Zero, and like there's a lot of crazy stuff in Zero that like shows like her growing up and like how much stuff she's seen. But yeah, hey, if you enjoyed, like. If you didn't, dislike, subscribe if you really enjoyed. But yeah, really leave in the comments how you feel about Akame and Tatsumi. Did you think they should have been together? Like, what stuff like did you see that made it been like, yo, they need to be together? Or did you just like want them to be together? Just let me know in the comments. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you next video. Bye.